Hello class, this is Demetrius Wilson with BA132. We are now embarking upon week 3. Just wanted to go over a couple housekeeping items and then go over a few tips for chapter 5, and that's about it. Should be a pretty short video today. As you see up on the screen, I have instructions for chapter 3 and chapter 4. That's what you should be finalizing for Sunday. If you look and you see that I already have the instructions for chapter 5 and chapter 6 up there, they're there because just in case I forget to do it late tonight, probably won't. But what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll remove the instructions from 3 and 4 and just 5 and 6, so we'll be there. But for chapter 5, standard protocol. For chapter 6, it's a little bit different. They updated the textbook, and when they did that, they took out a few chapters that I had already created in my module. So for chapter 6, you're not going to be responsible for a quiz for chapter 6, so yay. Sure nobody's mad or sad about that. But I do want you to watch the supplemental videos in the modules and learn about what would have been chapter 6 in the textbook. So I'm not going to have you, really responsible for it, but I do want you to learn about it and also do the assignment. So I want you to watch supplemental videos in the modules. I want you to complete assignment number 6, which is in there. So it's nothing that you have to do through the textbook. You just go to assignment 6 and just follow instructions. And that's it for chapter 6. For chapter 5, just as normal, read the chapter, watch supplemental videos located in the modules, complete the assignment number 5, and then complete the chapter 5 quiz. So you'll just be responsible for one quiz this week. Just want to, clarify that difference, that chapter 6 is not in the actual new textbook. If you have one of the older versions of the textbook, it is there. But just to be fair, I removed the quiz for everybody. So, other than that, everything is normal. Just, follow your announcement and instructions for the week. Hopefully you guys have, or will get your chapter 3 and chapter 4 quiz completed before 11:55 tonight on Sunday. Chapter 5 talks a lot about, browsing and, how your search engines and things of that nature. I know everybody's got their favorites. Typically, so I'm just going to exit out of that so you can kind of see what I would do. I have here a Google Chrome link to go straight there, or it's pinned at the bottom on my taskbar. So I just click there, and we're going to look up something, but we're going to look it up a few different ways. So now we're in Google right now, right? And let's say best foods for arthritis, right? So let's say someone has arthritis. I would say, what type of food should I be eating? Right. So I want to look for the best foods for arthritis. And, you'll see that, as you can see that I've already looked at a couple of these, and that's because I've already tested this out. You see what comes up is the 12 best foods for arthritis, and has a slideshow there. Now you see everything up here. These are ads. You see the AD, that's an advertisement. Those are typically at the top. A lot of times what you can do with what you call search engine optimization is, work with Google and other search engines so that you can get your link further up the line. So when I say, and one of the things that that we're going to do in a second is look for a cell phone, what pops up first, what company, what store, and see, have those people been working to get their company at the top so that they can have the most sales. So I just click there. 12 best foods for arthritis. There it is. Arthritis Foundation, probably a pretty good site. So that's us going through Google. But what else? Some of the people, they like to use Bing. I know Bing, came up with all the commercials and they said, oh, Bing, and they had the little Bing. So, it got, somewhat popular, and there's some people just swore by Bing. Other people, said, I'm going to stick with Chrome or MSN or Yahoo, and some of the other ones we'll check out. But if you go to Bing and you see it, I like their clear design, just like Google. I also like that they have a really nice picture in the background. I would say that I prefer that nice scenic picture in the background versus just the white for Google. But I understand how the white background is for Google, because it's just like, it's simplistic, and it says we're just going to focus on what you're looking for. So if I just put here best foods, if I could spell, for arthritis, right? Arthritis, inflammation. So that comes up. So you see right here, an ad comes up, right? So rheumatoid arthritis RX. But if you come down here, best natural foods for arthritis. So has a little blurb there. It talks about olive oil, Mediterranean diet. But when you come down there, the same thing that came up on Google is right there. 12 best foods for arthritis. Obviously, this is very popular. And the slideshow is right there. If we went to a different one, and a lot of times it depends on what email you're using. So if you're using Yahoo, right, then you're probably going to use Yahoo to search for things too, right? That just makes sense because you're going to log in, you're going to look at your emails and everything. And then when you search for something, you're right there. So you obviously would just use that. So best foods for arthritis, right? So this one's a little bit different. Arthritis relief comes up. So it's interesting to see when it populates what comes up. So arthritis relief comes up as opposed to just arthritis in Yahoo, and Mediterranean diet, but you don't see that same slideshow. But let's just say if we took off best foods for arthritis and hit enter, we took off relief, would the same thing come up? And let's see. No, it's a little bit different, right? So there it is right there. 12 best foods for arthritis, a little bit further down than on the other ones. But in essence, they all pretty much work the same. So you could use Google, you could use Yahoo, you could use MSN, you could use Bing, you could use AOL. Less and less people using AOL because I see less and less people with that, except for, people who had way back in the day, dial up and just kept that email account because you love your AOL account. So, those are some of the different ones that you, that you would be able to use. So, I prefer Google, and Chrome myself, just because it just seems to work better for me. And maybe it's just because I've been using it longer. But not even 100% sure. What you have to think about is, would you be open to using something different if someone were able to prove to you that it was much better? I feel like Google, is the best one for me to use, so that's the one that I continue to use. I did use Bing a few times. Maybe I didn't use it enough to give it a fair shake, but I, I just decided to stick with Google. Now, one more thing that I want to go over. So we do a lot of e-commerce these days. Like I said, everybody shops online. So if I just went to Google and I want to purchase a cell phone, right? Simple as that. I want to purchase a cell phone, right? What comes up? And remember, I talked about search engine optimization. Buy cell phones at Target, right? The Samsung Galaxy Note, right? See those different, they come up immediately, right? So you're more apt to click on something at the top than you are way down at the bottom, right? It's more likely I'll click on some up there as opposed to buy a used phone from Glide. All right. Buy cell phones at Target. Target sounds good to me. They're a reputable company. I'm going to click on that link. All right. And there we go. Just takes me straight to cell phones. Well, who else do you think would be there? And sometimes it depends on what type of relationships they have with these websites. But let's try Bing and then see what happens when we talk about cell phone. So let's just go to Bing, and I just want to put buy cell phone. A little bit different than purchase cell phone, all right? So do we come up with a different option? All right? So a lot of times what you come up with is something that says, hey, you live in Cerritos, so this is going to come up and say, we're going to give you things close to Cerritos, all right? But as we scroll down here, we see Amazon, we see Overstock, we see Verizon, all these different things that, are different, whether it be e-commerce or brick and mortar that we can purchase a cell phone from. Amazon.com, they have everything. All right, so you just click there, and then now we're going to have all these cell phones that we can check out in cell phone accessories, right? Everything's going to come up, right? Amazon has everything. So that's there. Do they sell cell phones at Walmart? Would that be a place that you would think would sell cell phones? Well, yeah, because Walmart, they sell everything, right? So you can go to Walmart Electronics, all right? Or if you go further down, you go to cell phones at walmart.com, because they either want to drive you into the store, or they want you to purchase it online. Either way, the money's still going to the same place. Probably a lot easier for them because it's less people coming in the store if you purchase it online. But as a company and a brick and mortar company, you're going to, as you guys understand, you're going to have to you're going to have online presence. There's some companies that decided that they weren't going to have any type of online presence, and they went out of business. For example, Montgomery Ward. You have to have some type of online presence. You have to, also have your brick and mortar to keep, the masses and the people who don't really use computers as much. I guess you could call them normal folks, but these days everybody's using computers. So you have to have both. You have to have a presence in a brick and mortar. When I say brick and mortar, that's somewhere that you can actually walk into. And you also have to have a presence online, because some people like me, if I was looking for a cell phone or something, I really don't want to go to the mall. I don't want to go to a kiosk. I don't want to go to Walmart or to Target. I just want to find a phone online, purchase it, maybe even have it delivered, even if it takes an extra day, because I don't want to go through the hassle. So just wanted to go through some of the browsing options. They talk about browsing, surfing the internet, things of that nature when you're looking for things. If you're looking for a car, right? You want to purchase a car, right? What do you think the first thing that comes up? Is it CarMax, right? Is it Cerritos Auto Square? Purchase car, right? Maybe it depends on if you put purchase new car, right? So you have a True Car that comes up, but those are, like I said, search engine optimization, because those are all ads there. But what comes up? True Car right there. They still got that first spot as well. So I've seen some of their advertisements, and they're kind of getting out there. Very, like they say, ultimate price transparency. If you were to purchase a car, what would you do? You're not gonna just go down to Cerritos Auto Square these days. You're gonna go online. You're gonna go to True Car. You're gonna go to CarMax. And you're gonna check out the car prior to making your purchase, or prior to even seeing an actual car. You're probably going to go out there with 6 or 7 printouts saying, hey, I've got these great deals right here, and let's see what you have and how it compares to what they have. So that's it. So just make sure that you guys only take the quiz for chapter 5. I know in the syllabus it does say that it's a 4 test, but I kind of reverted and changed the class since it's only a 9-week class, and you guys are only going to have 2 tests. So I think the test is after week 8, but I'll go to the announcements and verify. So I think it's just going to go, you're going to have a quiz every week, or 2 quizzes every week. This week you just lucked out and only have 1. Then when we get to after chapter 8, then you'll actually have your test. And then after the last chapter, you have your second test. So I think it just works a little bit easier to just have the 2 tests in the 9-week period, as opposed to having the whole 16 weeks for this class. So that's it. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to email me. Always here to help and assist. And make sure you get your quizzes and assignments completed prior to the deadline. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.